Alrighty, welcome back for game two, guys. Had some minor technical difficulties with Tabletop TO, was not playing ball, but we are back. Got Crabulous and Mithrandir. Should be an interesting game. Both of these guys got a win in their first round, so yeah, should be a good one. I love this board. I really like this one. Those there are very inconvenient for second player. Yeah, so on the left, we got Rotten Snow, which is actually Mithrandir, which is a Webheads with Thanos, Ebony Moore, and Miss Marvel. Love to see it. Anything crazy down here? No, pretty much all the same. And on this side, we are rocking Criminal Syndicate with Thanos and Mega Red and Wasp. I really want to see that Wasp on the table. 4 versus 5. Wow. So, yeah. All right. Looks like Mithrandir really wanted a priority there. Don't mind me, just while they set up their last things, I'm just going to go and grab something, but I'm still here. Alrighty, so we have got hammers and riot sparks. Nice, should be a bit spicy. A bit wide for a hammer game. Normally you wouldn't pair these two together, so it should be good. Just had some slight difficulties. Tabletop TO was not cooperating when I hit pair for the Swiss. Which is a pain in the butt. Timer will start in 5 minutes. I want to say that it was going to cooperate, but whenever I tried to hit a window capture, it was not cooperating for the timer. So, shan't be there. James, what's happening, brother? Be interesting to see which way these guys go. I'm going to give them a second to decide. I think I just left the fridge open in my mad rush of grabbing my dinner. You can see how much time we have between the games here, at least for me anyway. So I'll be right back and we'll be getting into it. So Syndicate versus Webheads. It's a bit wide for Syndicate, so I don't know how, like, it'll be valuable in that, like, there'll be low numbers on each point. Which definitely favors Crabulous in that regard, that his guys are worth 2. But characters like Kingpin and stuff, they're not fast. So whereas the webhead side of things, he should be able to, you know, cover good ground, contest with his points when he needs to contest them. on the extremist consoles, that is, and yeah, should be good. Going to be drawing your Green Goblin you painted this game, James. Big choices for these boys. I will kick off the timer now, I would say, though. It's been about 15 minutes. So timer starting now. $18 thread as well, which is nice. I like that. Geez, that's a tough choice. I mean, both of these guys kind of have wild cards inside of their rosters, so you'd be trying to decide whether you bring them in or not. Hammers kind of makes any character good. Wasp has a throw and she can cover decent ground with her little, transformation, which is nice. Ebony Moore, I don't think you choose Ebony Moore here. I don't think he's going to do much in this regard. Thanos could be interesting. All right, so we've gone with it. So, Miles Morales, Miss Marvel, Ghost Spider, Moon Knight, Ebony Moore. With the Space Gem, kind of nasty. Like it. Thanos, Power, Space, Black Cat, Hood, Kingpin, Narrow. I like it. The Space Gem on that Thanos and the Space Gem on that Ebony Moore will definitely help with covering ground on this as well. So, I like it. Yes, you have tuned into the right game, James. Just tune over on Twitch and you'll see it all happening there, mate. Mission objective, Brace, Reimpact, all webbed up, and Medpack. Love those cards for Mithrandir and Crabulous, Vanstar, and D, Medpack, and Dawn on mission objective, Power of the Cosmos. What is Power of the Cosmos? Area 1, 6 dice. Add 1 range to this attack for each Infinity Gem this character has, to a maximum of 5. What? I guess this would be for if he's doing one of the big events. So it's an area 3, 6 dice. It's pretty nasty. Miss Marvel going down. Miss Marvel is a deceptively good character. She's very pokey. I like it. Very, very, very pokey. Everyone coming down. Miles coming down. Kingpin's obviously going in the center. I don't think you pick up the hammer on him though, right? I don't think that's the play. I feel like Kingpin's going to be kind of a bit slow here. It's quite a wide objective, so... Almost thought I muted my mic then. Could have been a disaster. Just talking for ages. Black Cat coming down. Kingpin down. Black Cat down. Moon Knight in the middle. We got Miles Morales at the top here. What's that? Ebony Moore? It's a pretty nasty combo. I assume that they're probably going to win that side. Priority is on blue side. I don't think they have any steal shenanigans available to them, although with the Criminal Syndicate leadership, I expect him to probably win. If he wanted to, he could win both of these sides and that. He's not going to get the hammers, but, you know, Hood with a hammer, 5 dice rapid fire with Mystic. That's pretty nasty. So Thanos in the center there with Space Gem as well, I believe, should be able to get to any of these positions. Space Gem, Power Gem, so he won't have the typical mind and space where you can double tap, you know, with Mind and Cosmic Portal, you can double tap a character and really put him out of position, but, you know, with the Power Gem there, he'll be able to do a lot of Cosmic Portals. You know, get his guys in position, do some, you know, anti-control, essentially, is what this Thanos is going to be really good at. And, you know, typically can also control the other team as well. So we almost had 2 Thanos in here. So the Thanos in this roster as well, which could have been real nice. Don't mind me, I'm bringing up the giveaway as well at the same time, so we can get into that. Hello, Fink. How are you, mate? Grinding away for tomorrow morning's Destiny raid. While these boys are doing their first turn, because there's not much I can say about this, except for one of these hammers is going to go to them. I would probably say Miss Marvel would be pretty nasty with a hammer, especially with how she can teleport herself out and in with her in Biggin. Been 60 before dinner, cheese, man. I'm only like 15:30. I haven't been able to play Destiny all week. But I'll still do better in the raid than you tomorrow, mate. Because I'm just a demon, an absolute sweat lord demon when it comes to shooting games. People's worst nightmare. So, yeah, if I had to pick one, I'm probably going for this one. You know, Thanos is quite a little bit further away here. Definitely wanted to go on to Miss Marvel. Double move, grab, like it. Love to see it. And she holds the point as well. Got the community menu, then open up the giveaway menu. All right. Hood. Ugh. Hood is a character that has actually been like kind of impressive for me. He's quite good, and he actually hits, you know, decently hard with a hammer. It's kind of terrifying, especially if he flips and then gets up on his flip side and he manages to get his spender off on someone. He can kind of delete someone, but even then, just the normal strike. Lucky we're on the same team then. 100%. We're always on the same team for a Destiny raid, but it's also a competition. Pistol has a tournament coming along. Good, mate. Round number 2 now. Possibly 1 or 2 more to go, depending on the race to the finish to see who is the undefeated. Yeah, should be interesting. Oof, Moon Knight with a hammer. Man, when I was playing Midnight Suns, Moon Knight with a hammer is just pay 1 power, murder everything inside. And what's Travi running for this? He's running his Humans League roster. He actually lost to Ron Snow on the left here. He said this Black Cat and Ghost Spider bullied him into a round 1 loss, which he said he was actually quite shocked about. Kingpin, oh, I really don't want to see that hammer on Kingpin. Don't think that is ideal. He's just so slow in this regard. Right, we're going with it. I mean, 6 dice headbutt. He does have a beam attack. And I guess, I mean, you got to get the hammer off him as well. So, you know, there is that. He's quite a difficult target to steal a hammer off. He's actually decent into like Moon Knight. It's interesting that both of them have put a rapid fire character with a hammer. Have any more? Coming up with the space gem. Love this. Teleport onto the point, and you're gonna get a shot in the hood. Mystic as well, which means that Hood's flip side, sorry, his transform side. I don't expect him to be able to stay on it for very long. Ebony Moore's got some really nasty attacks as well. I had some fun with him terrorizing Wreath for a little while. So 6 dice with the advance and just auto gain of power. He also gets 4 power turn, this Ebony Moore. So he has the gem on him. So that is a good start for Ebony Moore. That is one way of terrorizing people. Six off rip. That is not a good start. That is a potentially dazed hood, to be honest. That is huge. And you're going to get a hammer out of it. This is a downside to Ebony Moore, right? Only gains a single power for that. I don't even think that Mithrandir would have expected that. That is absolutely a mental start. Big size 3 truck for him to put in a hood as well. So hood's going to transform. Is that the point of transformation? Damage by enemy effect. After the effect is resolved, this character may transform into hood possessed. It will be dazed or daisy. Yes, so he has to transform now. Go away. Thank you. Awesome. Just getting up the old subscriber list, getting it ready. Weird that the multi-stream is not showing up Twitch chat, so we'll have to just stick with it. Does that mean Travis is out because he's lost round 1? Technically, like, he's out. Like, he can't get first, but he can still get second, right? As long as he wins the rest of his games here, he definitely can bring it home in that regard. So he's out of contention to win the custom mat, but he's still in it to win everything else. A little bit confused by this Thanos. He still has another move left, I believe. Move plus a space gem there. Two. Might have been going aggro. I think he was going aggro. Kind of like that. Trying to recoup some loss. So he's done, but sadly for 0. I would have absolutely Cosmic Portaled her closer. Ooh, bad star indeed. Push 1 to Black Cat. That Miss Marvel placement means that you push a power to Black Cat here. All you got to do is long move and long move and do a single point of damage, and you can steal that hammer, which is interesting. That could help him a lot because that hood side currently with Ebony Moore on top of him is catastrophically bad. I mean, who expects Ebony Maw to rock up in days? Arguably fairly tanky character, you know, off the rip. Currently, we have 21 subscribers, which is excellent. So what we'll do soon is we'll do a random number generator, bring up the subscriber list, and go from there. He needs this black cat bird to pay off. Otherwise, he's going to be down. Potentially, this is one of those like, Hammers is one of those objectives that if you, yeah, that's a good start. If you lose out early on it, it can just really run away from you very quickly. Let's get some rerolls. Oh, the rerolls have not paid off. So he's actually going to sink actually 3 damage here. Puts it at 5 power, which is very inconvenient because it means he can steal and teleport onto the extremist console. Would you bother? Knowing that Gwen can come up and just block anyway? I don't know. Love this. I like it. I mean, Black Cat now has a 5 dice with a Pierce on her builder. It's decent. Spender kind of almost is comically easy to do 1 damage and get a stagger now at 7 dice. Kind of nervous because let's say we start talking about next round, right? Ghost Spider can get in a position to save Miss Marvel if required. Thanos might be able to do something about it. This Moon Knight is a bit of a wild card, to be honest, because if he rolls up the crit so he can do a move, he might be able to come in and actually do something about what's happening with Black Cat here, or, you know, assist where required. But Moon Knight with a hammer is extremely scary. Makes me very nervous. Like, I used to get Moon Knight with a hammer, put Zemo next to him, oof, nasty. So it's interesting. Criminal Syndicate, that Black Cat is worth 2. So that Ghost Spider has to do an attack now to then do an advance. It's a good attack. Wow. It's actually going to sink home. 4. That's crazy. With the push as well, I believe. Is that what we're going for? I assume that that's what we're going for, right? No. So we've gone for the auto power generation. I probably would have still done the spider technique so I can advance on the point and equal him. But I guess if you can impact webbing him off or, you know, push him, I don't think that's going to work. This is so strong. I still think he's on the back foot though, to be honest. If he had 3 hammers and he just palmed 2 of them onto Kingpin, he'd be in an extremely strong position, but we're currently at points parity and he potentially will be losing a character this round. So I'm still thinking it's favor to Ron Snow. So how do we respond here? So we're going to go with violence into Ebony Moore, I would say, possibly. I would absolutely be doing that. We've thrown into him. Should have done the do a mystic attack first. 7 dice. He's not going to take much damage from it, but he will transform. I lie. He's going to take 2 damage from it currently. So he'll take 2, which is actually impressive because Hood is very tanky on that side. He now has to transform, I believe. When defeating a mystic attack, does not add additional dice to his defense result. Roll as a result of crits, and if it's damaged, he needs to transform. So I would suspect that this will be a dead Hood. Do I pay 4 power to do it? I don't know. I think I would just back my builder here, to be honest. Bug, thanks for the follow, mate. Appreciate that. We blew past the 300 follower mark. I like this choice of spender here. I think it's worth it. You got 7 health, so you can take the punch from Miles. I think you just put him in the ground. Do not give Hood an opportunity to get himself back in the game. Like, just pounce on the advantage you have round 1 of getting a random days, KO him, get him off the table, paid power. You own that point now. Sure, Black Cat may come across. Kingpin may turn up, but I doubt it. I would probably look to trade Miles with Ebony Moore next round, and I would start bringing that Ebony Moore downrange to start dealing with Kingpin, but that is a huge advantage going to our Web Warrior player here. On Twitch, Brendan, if you're watching here. So I would probably pass here if I am Crab, and I think that's what he's done. There's no reason to unleash Thanos yet. And there's nothing near Kingpin to punch. Pass? Yeah, like this play. Like it a lot. Think after this round, I'll do the giveaway draw, guys. If you're interested, make sure if you want to be in on it, you got to be subscribed to this channel. If you're subscribed, yeah, you're in the draw to win a pro painted green goblin done by Jimbo Creates. A few pictures of it are floating around online. It's one of his best pieces, I think. It really looks really nice. We are doing the Embiggen. One so far. It got bigger. Sadly, we were just powering up this Thanos at that point. That's a lot better. Blank out on Thanos. Nice. Punching home 5 damage. He does have a reroll, but it is a skull. For sinking into Thanos, that is not good for Crabulus to deal with. He does have Medpack. This is where Miss Marvel gets particularly brutal, is that she can now teleport back. Hopefully it's out of range too. I would have probably gone closer. I'd also heal myself off of the Extremist console as well. So he hasn't done that yet, so. Extremist console heals what make or break the Extremist games. Well, it's not what makes or breaks it, but definitely it can help keep you in the game as long as you're only taking subtle trickle damage. Medpack, Miss Marvel, love it. Nice. Tapped out, full health. That is brutal. Crabulus right now is just getting pounded, and it's not even his fault. He's in decent. Like, positioning's okay. Thanos probably needs to do an additional move and he needs to own this point. But yeah, the positioning's been fine. I think he was exceptionally unlucky on that hood opening, one shot from Ebony Maw. Space Jam gets him on the point. He is worth 2 as well. Problem he has right now is if he does that Thanos, Ghost Spider gets to activate. So I actually think... Oh, I can't even say he can hold, because if he holds, there's a world where Thanos gets dazed here as well, because he's got quite low health. I think he has to activate Thanos and possibly go for a heal. I did not expect 5 damage to be sunk into Thanos from that Miss Marvel attack, to be honest. I would be... Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know what's going through his mind. Do you pivot and come across? There is no hammer on this bottom point, so realistically, it's probably not worth him going for. I would not think, at least. He needs to do a medium move here, but again, you're moving close to this. Ron Snow got his dice hacks on. Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous because, like, Ebony Moore and Miss Marvel are, like, semi-decent punchers, Pistol, but, like, his actual puncher hasn't punched yet, which is Moon Knight. So I'm nervous for this Thanos. 6 damage. There is a world where Moon Knight can absolutely do that. So we're going for a hit, possibly looking at the area attack. Love it. So 6 dice, I think it was. Into area 3, I believe it is. Typical area attack, and generally I find if you take a tactic card that ends up giving you attack and it's like a one use only attack, half the time the attack flops. Like, it just, I don't know what it is, but it always flops, this kind of stuff. Don't forget, guys, if you're up to it, and depending what other games you play, because I know you only see Marvel here, but don't forget, if you join the Von Dilly's Discord, we've got a pretty decent community in there. We're doing a bunch of Destiny stuff. We'll be doing some Elden Ring in there as well, me and Farmer, and Pistol as well. We got some Apex Legends as well, if you want to do some shooting games, but yeah. Okay, we could sink some damage here. It's only going to be 3, and it's into Miles, so I don't know. I don't know if that was worth a tactic card for what actually happened. I mean, I know that sometimes these tournaments are excellent test beds to test stuff out in the competitive, wild. I used to love going to small tournaments when I was playing X-Wing and things. And, tournaments where it didn't really matter if you won or lost, but just you could use it as a test bed in a competitive environment. I like this push, and now you teleport him. He is going to have the power to come back, but currently Thanos... Is he contesting that? He is. So he should have a power as well. He could utilize the power to use the Extremist console and heal himself to full. And then possibly look at Moon Knight next round, maybe. Man, when Thanos decides to yeet somebody, boy, does he yeet them. Yeah, just send him away. That's Thanos' turn done. Really strong turn there. So we've got to heal 3 health, so Thanos is no longer in like that danger zone of dying. Pumped his power out. Got some okay damage in the Miles. That being said, currently that's the only damage sitting on the board, which is, that could be difficult. Right, so... let's have a look at this giveaway, I think. So, subscriber list, we need to do random number generator from 3 to 21. Do it after this though, because stuff is happening. Oh, sad, sad, sad Moon Knight. Moon Knight? Miles. Sad, sad, sad Miles. Wild? No, wild. 0 damage. Well, it's probably fine. That being said, your low health Miles is now sitting point blank over Thanos, but it's not a damage. It's not a damage Thanos, so probably a safe bet. Crabulous pass like this. Moon Knight needs to roll a dice. Let's see. I don't know if he's done his personalities, but they're plowing on. There is a hit there. So the rapid fire is, no, we're actually doing a bow staff here, I think. Or 2 blocks, so 2 goes through. Gain 2 power on Moon Knight. I would absolutely do the spender here. Go for an 8 dice Mystic Spender with a push and a reposition. What size is the push? Size 2, so it won't affect Thanos. So that was the bow star. So Moon Knight going 3. A bit lackluster there. I thought that probably could have been done a bit tidier. Kingpin coming across. Not a massive fan of this, but there is 2 characters there for him to punch on with. But I rate Kingpin, to be honest, against Ebony Maw. Like, Kingpin's 3 defense takes -1 damage. If he has the power. So I really do rate him against Ebony Maw in this corner. Ebony Maw, he'll be hitting hard, but I don't think he hits hard enough to really scare Kingpin that much. So I would probably be looking to send him in that direction. Miss Marvel and Ghost Rider, there's a world where they overwhelm Kingpin. He's got 2 hammers. He needs to get in the game. Black Cat's holding that point. And she's worth 2, right? I would probably look at a double move on Kingpin towards Ebony Maw and just getting over there. You know, you've got priority for next turn. Who is this? What are we rolling for here? I don't know what that was. Anyone know what that was? Ghost Spider. Radio coming across. I would probably impact webbing here and then look at pulling Thanos into the middle of the area. Not a bad impact webbing. Thanos takes 1. And then we pull him into the middle of the board. Love it. Ghost Spider is kind of in danger zone, but she's at full health, so it's fine. I'll tell you what, between this med pack and these extremist consoles, with Randy is doing his damnedest to to finish this game with 0 damage on him. Right, so on to the next round. 7 to Crabulous, and Mithrandir goes to 9. Power is done. Don't mind me, just getting this random number generator set up. Eligimar. Pat Dumpert. Fetastine. Thanos, I don't know if starting with Thanos is the right play here. He is low on health though. Shame he doesn't have his area attack now. That would be, you know, muy bueno. Got a Marvel. Next one is Nathan Squadron. One Arm Bandit. Wraith. Riticle. I am Carabulous. Just while they're deciding this, guys, just give me 1 sec. Luion, yep. Spaloosh. Rumkle. Babylor. Got Thanos doing his Space Jam. He has to get his Ebony. You get Ebony, you then have control of multiple of 3 out of the 4 hammers, and you should go a long way if you can maintain control of it. Into trying to claw back these 2 points you're missing. Interesting that Ebony had the opportunity to play at that point and didn't. How many points is that? 3 power. He had 4 power. So he actually had the opportunity to just deny this entire play. Thanos gaining a bunch of power. Emote. Do you like to party? Yes, I do like to party. Ominous Protocol. We are going for another punch. Interesting that, see, this didn't need to happen. Only 1 hit though, so he's been blessed. This is the downside of this Thanos, right? He's not really a beater. Like, he can be a beater, but he's not really a beater. Now for our tournament list, let's throw in everyone else. So Thanos is now just doing some teleports. He's got a lot of power, so he can really just displace Mithrandi's whole squad here, and he has. But I don't know if it was to match a bail. Like if he double moved his Kingpin towards said Ebony Maw, I'd be feeling pretty decent about this. There's a world where Kingpin can then turn around and finish off Ebony Maw, but yeah. Ebony Maw throwing into Thanos. Throws into Thanos are largely probably not worth it. You can sneak the occasional 1 or 2 through, but with the way he works, 1 at best, and there's none. Size 2, no damage into Thanos, so it's kind of like a waste of 3 power when you could have done the double. Okay, Herald of Doom here. There'd be 9 dice. Doesn't gain power equal to damage dealt, I believe, which would be nice because you're going to daze him well, not powering him up. We're doing a builder. Thanos definitely taking no damage there. Rolls the wild, so he can advance him away. I don't know if it's worth it. Do you just walk him back on base? What heals we still got? Nothing really. A little bit power style, to be honest. Any more spender? Should have a similar range. Range 4. Yes, here we go. I like this. I like this spender. Oh, it's decent. 5 to 1 block plus this extra, so he's currently taking 3 damage. If he rolls in an additional hit, so what do we got here? 6. 6 versus 2 blocks an additional 1. Thanos will take 3 damage and daze, as well as not gaining power. Brutal. Runkle's already in it. Travis. All right, nice and easy. Our random number generator will be 1 to 25. I'll draw at the end of this game. So we get a few more people in chat. Looks like we got another winner from this round already, which is Wreath, already tailed up an opponent. Love to see it. Taking it serious. How's our timer going? 43 minutes remaining. Give him the little prompt to put it in the chat. Right, Black Cat coming over. You sure you go for a steal here, right? You're 1 power short. I mean, Really More has activated, and you are on your healthy side as Black Cat here. So, and I will probably heal myself again. Ooh, I like this getting set up. Death Decree. Who's done here? I mean, Thanos is done and was dazed. He had Prio. Wow, so we still got Moon Knight. We've got 4 characters to go on this left side of the board. I would expect with 4 characters to be able to put it into the ground. Crit on Moon Knight. Brutal. Means he gets an extra movement action. Wreath, what's happening, buddy? Good win. How's your Brotherhood going? Yeah, don't mind this. Take your hammer over to relative safety. Get it away from Thanos, at least. This game opened with a weird die swing in that Ebony Maw one-shot Hood. Like, Hood goes up, grabs a hammer, Wreath, and then Ebony Maw moves up, Space Gem, teleports himself onto the point, one-shots Hood. Mystique Brotherhood is feeling quite strong with Juggernaut at the moment. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's good. I like the people are willing to branch out, right? Because Brotherhood's always just been, you know, you can just kind of turn around and go, yeah, no, we'll stick with Magneto, right? Magneto's leadership is so good. You got a pretty nasty tactics card suite there as well, right? You got Deception, you got Do You Know Who I Am? Plus everything else. Pass, nice, like this. Kingpin's got 2 hammers, right? But Kingpin is just not able to get these hammers into the fight, whereas Mithrandy's hammers have been relevant most of the fight. Yeah, to be honest, like, Crabulus has been in a massive uphill battle. Like, just losing, like, having Hood take 5 damage off Rip, and then he's got a Mystic Attack staring at him, right? So he can't even utilize his -2 damage because, yeah, Ebony Maw can just Mystic him and then Mystic Spender him, and he just died. Going to draw that random giveaway as well soon, Wreath. So I've done all the competitors and subscribers are in the draw for it. Kingpin has to activate now. This Kingpin has to go duel with this Moon Knight. You know, a few things go his way. The Moon Knight might not be able to do some serious damage on him. You know, if he's only trickling 1 or 2 damage at a time. Losing Thanos Portal here. Yeah, I was actually just thinking that before, like, because he flips, he loses Cosmic in Cosmic Portal, so the Thanos becomes kind of not as scary. Like, if I was running Thanos, I would pretty much have field dressing in most of my rosters. Miss Marvel getting set up so she doesn't get smashed by Kingpin coming in with a 7 dice attack. Oh, man. D-shaped with Kingpin is tough. It's so slow. Shield Kingpin, though, where he gets a long move, not too bad. Shields is a faction that I'm definitely going to have a go at. They look like they're going to be a lot of fun. Nick Fury, although, to be honest, the Hand Ninja stuff as well looks quite good. With the Lecture and Daredevil. Found out why Crabulus was late. He said he set 3 alarms and slept through all 3. I've been there. It's always less than ideal when that happens. How's your Brotherhood going anyway, Wreath? You reckon you could pivot to them at all? Come maybe cut for the TTS League? Yeah, no, right, Wreath. The dumb part is as well, which, you know, it's not dumb, you know, sure, whatever, but there's 10 people in this tournament right now. We are in the European time zone. There are 0 Europeans. It is all US and Australian people. So, yeah, I didn't want to create any confusion, but we probably could have looked at changing the time over. That being said, next one's in the US, so it should be a bit easier on you guys. And it'll be the opposite. The Oceania's going to have to wake up at like, it's a 4 a.m. wake up for me. Might play him next season. Hell yeah, no solid. So I mean, this Kingpin's a tough decision. This Kingpin decision, like, 1, Ghost Spider's sitting there and she can just long move, impact webbing, and pull Kingpin off with a point. 2, he's got 2 hammers. Like, this Kingpin needs to start producing something. But he's bound, and this is what I always find with these D-shake objectives is that you can sometimes just have the wrong character stuck on a point, and you can't, in good conscious, making them leave the point because it's obviously gaining you VPs. But realistically, that Kingpin needs to be in that fight. Yeah, for sure, Wreath. I mean, but it's all right. I don't mind doing it. Hopefully get slightly bigger numbers and iron out the kinks from this one. You can already see the tabletop TO's kind of had some kinks, so I need to talk to the, maybe hit up Dizzard and get him to give me a rundown on how to get the full use out of tabletop TO. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be pretty tough, eh? This Ghost Spider has just been able to just wreak havoc. Final activation, impact webbing, pull somebody off. It's just been happening over and over and over again. 1 damage. 1 block. 2 blocks, so no damage, which is basically ideal. Keep that Kingpin starved. Setting up for the impact webbing, you probably would send him towards your Miss Marvel to just tie him up, to be honest. If you daisy, you daisy. You don't really care either way. She's not holding any VPs. So 3 victory points are going to go to Crabulous. The top point will be his, and we've got 2 hammers. But we are also going to see 1, 2, 3, 4 going to Ron Snow. So he'll go to 13. Right, 13 to 10, still kind of in it, but I think if Crabulous can't get to 16 this round, which is possible, gain if you can gain control of the other 2 hammers and just capture 2 points, you can get to 16. But I would expect Ron Snow to close this game out. So you're probably looking at webheads potentially for your next game, Wreath. Cleanup comes in, Thanos flips, does get more health, but realistically becomes a bit Heaps of power, but you know, not really much to do it on, which I guess is another plus for the Mind Gem, right? It's always good. It's always the same. Starting with Thanos? No, starting with Black Cat. Staggering everybody more. It's good. goes a long way to helping you win this game, but I just don't think it's enough. I think this priority needs to be slightly bigger. Needs to be careful though, because Ebony Moore with his card still up, you can go to teleport Thanos here and just, nope, stay right where you are. Build a death decree. Yeah, all right, fair enough, that makes sense. Right, let's do some giveaways, I think, while they're deciding this. Jump in on it. So 1 to 25 our giveaway generator will be. Let's have a look. 1 to 25. Screenshot on screen. Yep. Generate number 9. Who is number 9? One Arm Bandit. He is not a Marvel player and will absolutely not want this thing. So let's go again. 13. Luion. Nice. I'll have to get in touch with him. Congrats to him. Let's say Free Green Goblin. One Arm Bandit is an Apex player and would absolutely have no idea what to do with any of that Green Goblin stuff. Nice. 4 hits into Rip Toddy. Yeah, sorry, I know, but that would be Black Cat, I think, was doing his final attack. If you'd won a pistol, I would have let you keep it, mate. Let's see if we can track him down. Black Cat is dazed. Ebony Moore just glancing at her and putting her in the ground. Space Jam. Ooh, hit midnight over here now. Space Jam and Ebony Moore having another punch. I would probably look towards the... maybe if you do the builder, you get a wild, you can small advance Thanos back into Oblivion. No wild, just 4 hits. Currently taking 3. 2. Currently taking 2 damage. Downside to this Thanos is once he's flipped, he can't really do anything with said power. How do we get there? Do we just walk and do that? How do we even daze Black Cat to start with? Jeez, if you're Crabulous here, I mean, there's so much pressure on your activations here. Kingpin, I really don't like his positioning. Thanos is in an okay spot, but being on his flip side means he's not going to have the same effect as he would before because he's lost his teleport. Don't mind me. Few little stretches. Still got 3.5 activations to go as well. Hopefully he goes with his on Ebony Moore as well, which will definitely help in controlling this Thanos so he can't really pop off anymore either. Nice Rumpool got up against James. How are we looking timer-wise? 23 minutes. I've done that. Thanos coming up to the point. We've done Space Jam, we've done a medium advance. Gonna try and punch this guy. Pump your defense up. Maybe more, or is it forcing them to pay? I always forget with him now. Attacker plays 2. So attacker plays 2, dropping down 2 defense. Five hits. Oh. At that crit. Oof, 6. Sorry. Thanos. Putting Ebony Moore in the dirt. So gaining the hammer. Now has 3 hammers and potentially 2 points. So he's well on the way to doing what he needs to win this game. It's not sure if it'll be enough. I don't know if this needs to happen. I see what you're going for. Hit him, impact web him, pull him towards the board edge. Like I see what you're going for, but I don't know if that needs to happen right now. He's already out of position. Nice. So pull him towards the board edge. So Kingpin now, if he wants to maintain control of that point, will have to do a double move. Brace for impact all the way up. Not really relevant. Ron Snow does need to get those 2 hammers. I don't even need to get the hammers. He owns currently 1 hammer and 2 points. So he is hitting 16 no matter what happens so far. So he's winning this game still. And also this Kingpin. I don't actually think Kingpin can stop this. He will double move to the point. That will take him to being worth, 3 points plus Thanos's 1 and another. So that's 5. Currently, Ron Snow goes to 16, 15. Probably still would have passed here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm untidy with that. Not right. Miss Marvel has a throw last time I checked. Size 2 or less though, so at least Kingpin's safe from that. Just while they wrap this up, I'm just going to grab a drink real quick, guys. I'll BRB. Right. Ronso surely has counted that he's won, right? 16 to 15. Yeah, I mean, you can see the hammer's hand flying across. There it is there. 16 to 14? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yep, they have called it there. I was on deaf for myself. Yeah, it's better. 15. Three, two, one.
And it might have been one of those things where like maybe that was the play. Like maybe I chance Black Cat just surviving over here for a round.
G'day, boys.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nice game. I think that was like that opening round of just like one-shotting Hood. Just
crazy.
Made your life so much harder than it needed to be, Crabulous.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you were narrow already, which is okay with Thanos, but then going like forced to be even narrower is
Yeah, it definitely was clinching after that.
100%. And of course it's a mystic attack as well, so it's not even like you can rely on your possessed side to survive every attack.
Right. Yeah. We were just talking about that. I was like, it was a wild split to think about, and like maybe the smarter play would have been, since Hood was possessed at that point, like maybe I just, because he had enough to pay Maw's tax twice, so maybe I just throw 6 physical into him over here, and then kind of hope that Black Cat survives one round of attacks on the other side.
Yeah, you had a tough choice there. No, I didn't know which one was the better choice there, to be honest. They were both pretty hard.
Yeah, it was tricky.
That would have been a good opening to turn 2.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, your Hood survives, but, at what cost? You might lose your Black Cat down here, but at least she'll be only be dazing and not KOing. So it just was tough for you. I thought he had 2 hammers on Kingpin. Like, he wants to punch, but he's so slow that it's difficult for him to, get involved on the flanks here.
Yeah. And then also, and I'm perfectly okay with Kingpin just kind of like not dealing damage for most of the game. And I was thinking about pushing him out earlier, but I was like really afraid. I don't know if you could tell how afraid I was of the Venom Blast.
Yeah, I mean, the Venom Blast, and then there's also a Moon Knight sitting around there with a hammer, which is also, I had a comment at one point where I was saying, I think it was right after another one. I think Thanos has just taken up he's on 6 out of 8 wounds or something on his healthy side. And someone in chat said, oh, geez, man, this guy's like, it's just like punching, like really rolling hot. And I was like, yeah, he's rolling hot and he hasn't even brought his heavy hitter out yet, which is going to be Moon Knight. I was very concerned for you at that point, Crabulous, because it was looking dicey, but then you managed to crawl back pretty well there.
Yeah, I was trying to use every trick I could, and I might have. I'm not sure. Like seeing how that round 2 play ended up with Thanos, like I might have been better off kind of saving Power of the Cosmos for a little bit later, because it ended up, there was like he had more characters surrounding him, kind of like later in the round.
That was my first time seeing that, and like all tactic cards for me that involve an attack, it flopped off rip.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those things. It's kind of like it's like a really expensive monkey brain, right? But you kind of get like a bigger area on it.
And if you didn't bring Thanos and had a cheaper, like tanky guy to sit on the back to free up Kingpin, like if somebody else was sitting on the back with those 2 hammers, I feel like that would be ideal. Then Kingpin is a bigger threat.
Yeah, and that's kind of that was like the first, when we were doing roster selection, I was kind of like, it's always like a crisis of the head versus the heart. And so I ended up I haven't actually played Thanos. I haven't played this roster yet, and so I was like, I really want to just like play Thanos tonight. But I think like probably the smarter choice, and what I might do in the future in a similar situation, is instead of Thanos in that 8th threat, take MODOK and Lizard.
Brutal.
Yeah.
And then that way MODOK can just kind of chill back here where Kingpin was the whole time. It's like, yeah, you can run at me if you want, and then people can kind of like do the same thing where they just ferry the hammers back to him.
Yeah, which is brutal.
To be relevant.
Whoa.
Plus, it's just, oh man, it's a good roster here. I quite like this one. Wasp also is not a bad little contender. She hits kind of hard. She stops power generation, I think, off her Wasp Fury or Stinger Blast, one of them. And she does have a throw.
Yeah, she's got a terrain throw. It's hard to tell on the sideways card.
I know, I'm turning my head sideways as we speak.
and she's great on these Ds compared to Hood, who wants to be more close to heal friends and do stuff like that.
Hood's decent. Like Hood, I think he had a poor showing there. That it wasn't. He is very, very, very good. I think it was just really difficult for you to come back from something that large of a swing on that turn, where there's nothing you can do as like to try and solve the problem, is so difficult to come back from. And to be honest, I mean, look at the score. It's still 16-15. Like you are this close to racing to the finish there. It's just unluckily just didn't have enough characters left to get at least one of these points back,
Yeah, and it kind of like I flopped out on like Black Cat's roll when she went into Ebony Maw, but that was kind of like I'm already triaging at that point, because it was he got that big swing on the previous turn.
And it was really good for me for Maw not to have to use his power to throw on turn 1 that he just got today's, because he had the throw available to you. So it's like, but then he was able to finish him off with the throw.
Yep. Speaking of Maw, you actually had an opportunity, I thought, but correct me if I'm wrong here. There was a time where you could have hit Thanos with and stop him from doing cosmic portals and all those shenanigans. Did you think about getting that out and leaving him dead in the water?
Leaving Maw dead in the water?
No, Thanos. Like, because if you pay for your tactic card there, what is it? He can't pay for Cosmic Portal again.
I think I did miss but I wasn't trying to kill Thanos. But yeah, you're not saying that. You're saying to use the differently.
So what does it say here? So the enemy superpower has no effect and cannot be used again. So where Thanos will come in and start paying 6 to 8 power, where he starts cosmic portaling everything. Hit him on the first one, access denied. Not only that, but he also can't pay for it again to move any of your other guys.
Yeah, it's in there for you're right. Thanos' cosmic portal or Black Cat's steel, or in different rosters, Voodoo's.
Yeah, little bit of sneakiness.
You were stringing me along on that steal. That's awesome. I was fighting so hard to try to get that steal, and he was just going to shush her.
Yeah, just nope. Yeah. The other option he had is Vion wanted to get particularly aggressive, but I think this is probably the worst of the 3 options, is that if you wanted to go for Kingpin, you can use it on his damage reduction.
Mhm.
and then he can't do it again for the rest of the turn. So you can try
Yeah,
and put him in
like
the ground there.
On like a researcher or something where he's like sitting in the middle and you're ready to go at him.
Absolutely. Well, good game, boys. That was a good one.
Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, it was
No
really
problem.
fun.
Yeah, thanks, Crabulous.
Thanks, Smith.
Nice playing with you.
Yeah, it was a fun one, man. How much time do we have before the next round starts up?
10 minutes till the round ends, and then we got 15 in between there. But we got another, so basically got 20 minutes before you have to turn up, and then it'll be a 15-minute timer from there. So 20 minutes, so 12:20 for me. So 20 minutes from now is when I'll draw the round, and you can pair up with your partner and start getting ready.
Sweet.
All right. Can't nap for that time. 20 minutes is too short.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some pull-ups real quick.
Take it from a shift worker, you can nap in that time.
No.
I have been known to be just sitting at work and just be like, how much time have I got? 6 minutes? All right, I'll be asleep for 4 of those.
No,
That's superpower.
I got lucky to wake up for the first one. I don't want to risk it again.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, lads, I'll talk to you in 15 minutes or so.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
See ya.
Alrighty, not too bad. This round 2 done. So let's have a look at some of these standings. Hit refresh on this. So Wreath has gotten up. Rumcool has gotten up. Turner got up against Travis. Hey, what's going on here? Travi, 0-2. Crabulous and Mithrandy has gotten up, so we've got Wreath, Mithrandy, and I want to say Rumcool are currently undefeated.
No, I'm defeated.
You're defeated? Ah, okay, my bad. Let's go to the ladder then. Yeah, so Turner, with the bye round 1, is currently 2-0. Wreath, 2-0. Mithrandir is about to be 2-0, so that will be our 3 2-0s, I would say. Kind of going everywhere. James Brown, Travis, unluckily on 0-2. Love to hear what happened with Travis' game against Michael. If I know what happened, though, is that Michael is, and has always been, Travis's kryptonite for dice, and I'm assuming there was some shenanigans there, right, Michael?
Oh, yeah.
There was some shenanigans?
Yep.
Man, you better check out front, because if I know Travis, he's probably driving to your house as we speak. He's going to come in there and break your computer.
Yeah. Well, on the other hand, he basically one-shot Carnage.
What was it, Energy or Mystic Attack or?
Energy.
Yeah, I mean, 1 defense, right?
Yeah. But it did mean that I was powered up the next turn to do the area of effect attack.
Yeah, and paint the town red and all the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's quite fun to play, and you missed out on playing him with Doom Prophecy and all you've got.
But you didn't need it to take out Medusa.
He did need it, or he didn't need it?
Didn't. Yeah. I just got myself the 9 dice for the attack, but I ended up with 4 skulls. So.
Oof, it's a bit of damage.
I hurt myself almost as much as I hurt him.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, give me 5 minutes, boys. I'll take a quick break. I'll kill the stream here, and we'll be back for round 3.